All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
March Comes In Like a Lion, Season 1, Episode 12.
All right.
Okay.
So we had some very wholesome hospitality.
That's right.
With Ray staying over at the girls' house.
The wholesome house.
Yes, the wholesome house. They had their New Year's.
Yep.
And it was quite sweet. The aunt of Hina and Akari and all them came over, it seemed like things were relatively good with her. Yeah. There were maybe some slightly like awkward, subtle things, undertones going on,
but they were civil.
They were. There was things were relatively good. She was just definitely a lot more well off than them.
Yes.
But I think I must have forgotten at that time, but basically that the confirmation that she is Akari's boss.
Right, yes, that too.
And that was also something that was a very good kind of social dynamic to have present in my mind. But yeah, there's a lot of things Ray's been going through recently. Yes. A lot of changes. And him getting some time, even though he was sick recently, getting some time to himself to process all that is really good.
Yes.
So yeah, looking forward to more of that. Anything specifically from you?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So without further ado, y'all, let's get into this. All right, everyone, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Is this a new OP? Oh, nice.
I forgot about this.
Wow, the lighting. And the singer's voice is so unique. I like it. Oh. Okay, so the aunt is a little bit more present in the story moving forward. Oh, someone else that's new. Looks like a doctor of some kind. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Well, this is unique.
Yes.
Oh, this is very small, but you note the environment that he's struggling in this one is snow. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's really cool. I love that. But when he was struggling in the beginning, he had less clothing on.
Oh.
And this one, he's more covered. He's more protected.
Gotcha.
He's able to handle the environment a lot more. Okay, lies on the opposite shore. Nice. Okay. Cool.
I love how they have the soft colors coming through the windows. Like their presence is still there, even though he's not at the house anymore.
Oh wow, yeah. Little instant ramen there.
Even if it's not healthy food, it's still food.
Oh, just seeing him eating in his own place. Yeah, that's a good point. The last remnants of the nasal cavities getting cleaned out. Oh. Oh, the color shift. Gotcha. Yeah.
He misses the sound of home.
Can even hear the slight little bubbles coming from the heat. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yep. I understand completely. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh. All right. You can do this, Ray. You can do this. Oh, that's brilliant. Naming of moves, specifically patterns and stuff, so that
some Atten Rand stuff right there.
Yeah, it's some serious Atten Rand stuff. Exactly. Oh. Huh.
The cat's just laying under there.
Cats are like, oh, this is amazing. Yeah. Hey, you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's not her voice. That's their voices. Okay. Oh, it is, yeah. He's just now becoming so aware of the cold, of the silence, of the quiet.
Once he leaves, yeah.
The noises within himself will become, actually, they'll bubble up to the surface and he'll have to deal with them. And that's painful. That's scary. Nice. Oh. That'll give him a place for his mental energy to be not wandering into something else that he doesn't want to think about. Okay, well, there you go.
He also does have something he needs to focus on, like... Yeah.
Wow, they're huge.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Everyone wants to give it their all if there's more eyes on them. Wow. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. I love his voice. I love his voice.
Some money. Yeah.
Well, there you go. $6,000 just for a win, basically. Aren't these matches timed? With psychological attacks of like weird distracting things. The problem is, I think that would be me if I was playing Shogi.
Really?
Yeah, I would just say dumb jokes every once in a while. But it would actually be to try and distract my opponent and make them just be like, oh my god.
Disrupt their flow process.
Yeah.
And
uh-huh. Okay, yes! That name is everywhere!
Maybe it's a very common name.
I guess so. It's a trap! Nice. Oh. Yeah, seriously. Hora, hi. Whoa, 187th move? Chess doesn't go nearly that long. Ha! No more. He's got a Yakuza aura. Yikes. Oh, yes, he does have a Yakuza aura. Like, he's old, but, like, foxy. You know, he's got, like, that, like, Lad Russo kind of look.
Yep, Lad Russo, exactly. Yep, that's what I thought, too.
If you don't know who Lad Russo is, you need to fix that. Oh. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep.
What the heck is this guy? Whoa.
Yeah.
Now who's this? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
How you went to oil. Like,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so who's this? I'm gonna love this guy or hate this guy. I just know. Oh my gosh, this is the president, the chairman. Oh my gosh. Wait. Wait, I'm confused. Isn't he the chairman now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said his wife's in the hospital. Speaking of himself in the third person?
No, he's talking about Gotou.
Oh, Gotoh. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That makes way more sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think she's definitely going to appreciate it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is going to be. Tetsu. Yes. No. Hmm. Oh. Oh. Delicious food from tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah.
So nice. It's like, it's so good. Yeah. Oh. Mama! Oh my god! I can play it! 1,000 pieces! You'll never leave if it's so warm. And...
Yeah.
Momo has claimed you! You must stay! You must stay! Oh. Hmm.
Yeah.
The parallels are good.
Yep.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes! Momo-chan! Oh! Oh, it's so sticky and just happy, and this is, if they're like salad oil and crude oil, these people are honey. They're just oh, they're just so sweet and oh. Okay. Brave the cold, brave the cold. Okay. New ED.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
This really felt like the first episode of a new season, you know? Structurally, they introduced, you know, a a foundation for a new set of conflicts in the future. Even though we had already, been introduced to it before, it was now given form and
full focus,
and it was integrated into Kiriyama's or Rei's previous conflict, which was Shogi, and we knew how it was tied in with his half sister, his stepsister, if you will. Foster. How does a foster kid call their siblings? It'd be just sister, right? I mean,
I don't know. Foster sister,
maybe. Yeah. Yeah, we never came up with weird names like that or anything for ours. They were just our brothers. Yeah. But there's that very clear difference in the relationship between where Rei is at and her. Wow, that was a really good episode. And they focused so much on, I would say, giving a springboard for the next kind of stage of the story that this feels almost like a premiere episode of a season or of an entire show.
Yeah, like, this is we're at the halfway point, and now it's going into the second half and new opening and new ending and
a lot of the contextual stuff brought in from where he's dealing with the sickness of the New Year's and stuff like that. But comparing their house to a kotatsu and basically saying that the separation of the warmth, the noise, the liveliness, the people, all of that leaves him vulnerable to himself. Basically.
Right, because it basically it's him repeating on a smaller scale. Losing that family, and he's already lost his family, so he does not want to go through that again and again and again.
And I think that anyone who has dealt with any form of loss understands what he's going through to at least a small extent, and what that is basically the problems that you haven't dealt with, that you haven't fully resolved within yourself, become louder, become magnified, become something that you can't ignore when you are isolated.
Yeah,
because basically
now you have something to compare it to. You know what you're missing.
Yes, for sure. But also, you have nothing to drown it out with.
Right.
Yeah. He has no other voice coming in. He has no other thing. So he literally physically hears all the things in his environment in a dramatic way. Yeah. He hears, everything. I almost got to the point where I thought he was going to start hearing like his heartbeat and stuff. And I'll just say, in terms of actual, like, nothing to do with Rei's specific situation, that is not healthy. I don't really care who you are and stuff. I think human beings are not meant to be isolated from our senses. Like, we should have input like on a consistent level through all of them.
Gotcha.
Like,
I thought you were going to say that we aren't meant to be isolated from people, but just
we are totally not meant to be isolated from people. But I think that's like a given and on some level. I think most people, even if they are extremely introverted, understand that it's not that they are all about isolation. It's that no, I just take things in measures, and it's like I don't need 50 people, I just need 2 people,
right?
And I think
I'm one of those people.
Yeah, exactly. and I probably only need about 5 to 7 people total, and I think that's something that's good. That's totally fine. But when you're isolated and you don't have basically wait, I need connection right now. I need something to distract me from this pressing negativity, from this fear, from this paranoia, from the pain. Rei doesn't have that immediately,
right?
Or he's not comfortable enough to just call them up.
Well, that too, but the closest thing he has is Shogi, which has been kind of a crutch, but it's been a useful crutch, and because of that, it's something that's kind of come out of all the bad stuff that's happened to him. That now he has something that he can actually work towards and have it be a positive thing, not just an escape from all the pain that he has swirling around inside him.
Right.
But of course, because old habits die hard, when he's thinking, okay, I'm feeling this pain, and also I have something that I need to get ready for because I haven't been, dedicating myself to shogi like I should have.
Right.
He, goes back to his old pattern of, all right, let's just block everything out and just sort of lose myself in this because it works. It's one of those things where when I watch this show, one of the things that gets me the most is not the times that he goes to the wholesome house. Mm-hmm. It's what the things are that cause him to go to the wholesome house. Because sometimes it's them reaching out to him, but a lot of the times it's just happenstance. And the thing is that they won't focus on how much time might have passed in between visits to the wholesome house, right? Yeah. But it could have been a long time. We don't know. And the thing is when I think about that from the standpoint of like real life, because chance occurrences like that that cause him to go back there, the equivalent that doesn't happen all the time in real life, and the idea that because of where he's at, he doesn't seek it out because it's painful. It's while he realizes how much he needs it, he can't bring himself to go there because of what it dredges up from his past, and that just rips my heart out because it's exactly what he needs, right? Mm-hmm. But because he's by himself and because of everything that's going on, he doesn't, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Like, it's right there.
Yeah. On another level, this is something where it's almost a catch-22 where the pain is something that's going to come in his isolation, and it's also going to come when he's connected to them. Right. And this is something that I think he's going to figure out at some point, is that he can't run from the pain. The pain's going to come out when you least expect it. We've already seen it come out at multiple points where like Momo is just kind of hugging him and stuff, and then he just started crying. And, Mom was like, wait, what's going on? That's when I think he was actually helping her because she fell with the dog. Yeah, that was when he started crying randomly, and it's because he's basically being an older brother in that.
Remembering his sister. Yeah,
remembering his sister. So when he goes to the house, it's something where, in a lot of ways, the fear of not being able to leave the kotatsu, the warm place, because it'll be triple the cold outside there. Right. You're right in that it's something where it's not just that the environment outside is scary, it's that here he's actually being forced to compare and to connect the dots between what this is to him and what he doesn't have anymore. And that's something that's, I'd say, healthier in a lot of ways than the, really cold environment out there. Because in that environment, if he, expresses his emotion and, is vulnerable, no one's going to hurt him there. They might end up not understanding it properly, but they have his best. They think highly of him. They value him. They care about him. They have compassion, love, and honor and respect for him. So it's a thing where it's a much safer environment than he is to himself alone. Right. And this is something that I think that is good to bring up, in that, yes, it's a given that people need people, like we need each other. But one of the things that is, I would say, very common for people that have a dedicated task that they focus on and they really give a lot of emotional energy towards, because it's not necessarily the same type of energy. It's still energy, though. So when he comes actually to the house, he's there specifically to recoup or just to accommodate their request that he spend time with them. But I think functionally when he's there, he's regenerating. He's basically in the process of absorbing all this wholesome energy and giving himself basically the respite he needs. Basically that. However, in that time, he's not expressing, he's not giving out, he's not actually being vulnerable. So in a lot of ways, it's something that I totally give him a pass for. But eventually he'll come to realize that he's holding back on them. He's holding back on them. He's not giving them the opportunity to be who they best can be to himself. That's why sadness and negative emotion in general is a very important part of who we are and our humanity is because it signals to the people around us where we need help in, like where specific areas are that we need someone to be there and someone to assist us with. And
it's by going through those tough moments together that the strongest bonds are forged. So the idea of like we need to not be alone. It's not just of like having people in his life, because Ray does technically have people in his life that he sees on a semi-regular basis. Like people at the Shogi Club or whatever.
Yeah, but we don't know how they actually feel about him.
Well, right. But the thing is that it's not just about having people that you're interacting with from like a social standpoint. It's about actually having people that are there for you. That where having just the idea of family, and regardless of blood, right? And that's what he can get there, and that's what they need too, because their family's missing a few pieces too.
And in some ways, this is something where his negative self-talk can put towards him being selfish. Like, he'll say like, "Oh, you're just being selfish. You just want them all to yourself and stuff."
Yeah,
part of that's true. Part of that's very true. And I think when he's at a more mature place and he's able to, kind of respond in a place that's, that's good, he'll actually realize how much he can give to them. And then there's going to be some really cool, really, really cool interactions that come from that. I noticed a lot in this episode that they're re-emphasizing something that they did a while back earlier in the season, which was how physically invasive everyone is with Ray, because he's the type of person that lets people walk over him, at least, just where he's been and stuff. We just had 2 instances of very well-meaning people kind of giving him the playful strangling kind of thing. I don't think that's unintentional. I think that's a thing to be reminded of at this point in the story as we transition to kind of a new stage of things, especially with regards to Shogi.
Well, and especially with the introduction of Gotoh.
I'm just calling him Lad Russo. Like Gotoh or Gotoh or Gotoh. It's a great name for this guy.
Yep.
I love that the other guy said he has a Yakuza aura, because when we look at his character design, this guy is Lad Russo.
Yeah.
Like, and Lad Russo shouldn't have lived this long. Pun absolutely intended with regards to Bacano. So
even down to the blonde that's hanging around him.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right?
And the not wholesome relationship between the two. Because let's just go over this.
Let's just go over the details here.
He's married. His wife's in the hospital. I wonder why. He is at the very least verbally abusive towards her, because the fact that he's telling Ray this probably means that he's already told Kyoko this and it hasn't worked. And more. Right. And more. Yeah. And then there's the whole fact that he physically it's not just the fact that he ended up beating up Ray.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was like proud of it. That he's like, oh yeah, it'll feel a lot better to, than beating you with my bare hands. It's like, okay, yeah, this guy's messed up. And then that by proxy, that goes into a whole other angle of the fact that Kyoko is so obsessed with this guy. The fact that, okay, he's probably around the age of her dad. There's probably something there for sure.
Yep.
And then the fact that she's so obsessed with him and talks about him in such a way when he talks about her in a very different way.
Yeah, stalker girl.
Yeah.
Which let's break that down for a second here. Oh, she's stalking you? Oh, okay. So you haven't
given her a watch or anything?
given her a anything else besides the watch?
Right.
If we go and look into this, we're not going to see anything. Anything else going on there?
Yep. So, which then it's like, of course, and I think that they're basically saying, yeah, of course, that's a load of bollocks, and that's why Ray flipped out like he did, because even with someone like Kyoko, well, and granted, then the whole how his relationship with Kyoko is a whole other kind of complicated.
Yeah, she's 21 or 20.
She's 4 years older than him, so 21. I believe 21.
21. Yeah. So here's something that's good to bring up. Good to bring up here specifically. He asked that Rei send a message to his foster dad, his Gotoh-san,
right,
specifically regarding his daughter.
Right. That's so many levels of indirection.
That's so many levels of what?
Yeah. Like what? So here's the thing that it almost makes me think.
Okay.
Is that it's this is again
we're approaching the point where you don't know what's coming up next.
Basically, yeah. There was like the opening, for instance. I completely forgot about that, and I'm almost wondering whether I ended up watching it all the way through. I'm pretty sure I didn't watch the ending all the way through.
Okay. So this is like the last episode that you've probably
I think there might be like one more or something. Because again, these episodes are heavy, and I would be lying down and watching it a lot of times. I would fall asleep and then miss portions of the episodes. But what it feels like, especially with how he bragged about beating up Rei, that him asking Rei to tell Koda is basically a way of bragging to Koda of how much his daughter is fawning over him, even though he is an asshole.
Okay.
Like, and that, because otherwise, like, Kyoko's not going to listen to her dad, like, and he would know that, and and he's,
it doesn't seem like it's something that
it serves no real purpose other than agitating Rei, which could be, that's probably the main thing that it was, is because he's like, okay, if I beat, this guy, then I'm going to be facing against, Rei afterwards, and the battle's already begun, kind of a thing.
That might be it. I think that might be it, because the whole thing with the father, there's been no direct connection made, as far as I know, relationship-wise, between Koda and Lad. I'm just gonna be calling him Lad from now on,
right?
Because it makes his face more punchable.
Yeah.
And also, Lad likes to be punched, so
hoping
that this guy gets his comeuppance. One thing that's kind of curious here, though, is let's look at his whole setup here. How long ago was it that he got beat up?
I don't know.
I think it was a while ago.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Like a while ago.
Okay.
How long ago was it, though?
I have no idea.
My question is, how long has Kyoko been with Russo here?
Right, and that might be, maybe that's why he calls her, like, crazy stalker girl, because, they, like, he had some infidelity with her a while back, you know, and not anymore, kind of a thing, but...
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so she got with him. He's basically trying to keep her quiet, maybe. He gives her things like watches and, nice clothes and stuff.
Oh, gotcha, because he is married.
She's treating him like a sugar daddy, basically.
Sure.
Getting him to give her stuff. And that's why she's aware that he would never hit her.
Oh.
Because she's trying to manipulate him.
Gotcha,
because
she's doing the thing that she always does, which explains why he hates her.
Yes, but he also, in a lot of ways, is probably letting her have her way sometimes.
Right, and and then like, it's clearly it's not to save his marriage, because he probably put his wife in the hospital.
Okay, I think that might be something that, like, not I don't necessarily know how physically he was involved with that.
But the thing is that this is because I don't know. But here's the thing. They mentioned they brought up the fact that he beat up Rei and him bragging about it and stuff.
Yeah.
And then very quickly after that, they mentioned his wife being in the hospital.
Yes, I think that he is responsible in some ways if it's just stress and she got like really sick or something. Or that he physically...
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if she found out, basically, about Kyoko and called him out on it, and, and then he hit her. And then he beat her. Yeah.
Okay, well then, actually, this is something that... Well, I'm sorry for the wife, jeez, but this is a way he can be ended, then.
Yeah. The one thing I just hope never, ever happens is that there is never a point where him and the Wholesome family are ever in the same scene. Like,
it's like, gonna happen at some level.
Like I'm all for Akari like staring down Kyoko and being like, "Get out of here, bitch!" You know?
No. Like, actually, this is where no, Jacob, think with me, because hold on.
Yeah.
This story he can't fit in there. This story.
Right.
Forever.
Yeah.
So who's gonna beat him?
Well, hopefully Rei beats him.
No, it's not gonna be Rei. It's not gonna be Rei.
It's gonna be Kyoko.
It's gonna be Rei and Kyoko.
Okay.
This is how.
Okay.
No. All
right.
Look ahead here. Ahead here. There's some very obvious things they're foreshadowing here, but there's some other things I think that they can really make this different. Okay. So Rei and him face in the Shogi thing.
Yeah.
I don't care who wins in the Shogi thing.
Right.
This is where things get really interesting. Kyoko is a character that's set up to be healed in the same way that Rei is. That's her whole thing.
Yeah.
That's her whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a character that you're going to, not fix, but, like, have be redeemed in this story, it's not this Lad guy. Right. They so put him over the edge to the point where he's almost cartoonishly evil.
Yes.
Like it's almost stupid. That's why I don't buy immediately the he beat his wife kind of thing. Because that's even more like evil.
Well, so it just fits with the mold.
No. Because we've literally just had him in 2 moments in this story. Like I need more stuff here. Like I
see that just as like the thing of how they'll subtly like hint fairly consistently to like the financial situation of the Wholesome house, you know?
Okay. Sure.
As that being kind of the same thing. But
hold on. Who do you think has more longevity in this story? Kyoko or Lad Russo?
Well, it's not even a question. Kyoko, of course.
Yes, okay, because she's tied to Rei.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So her and Rei have this special bond that's different than anything else in the story, because there's the abuse that went on in the past. There's the weird attraction that Rei has for her.
Yep.
There's the predatory nature that she has just towards people in general. There's the desire that Rei has to, I think, in some ways help her.
Yep.
There's also the dynamic where she wants what's best for him. I know. I think you combine all these things together and you put a third party in play, it's obvious. They're going to use their combined stuff to eventually destroy this guy. Like absolutely like in the most realistic way, like evict him from their lives.
That would be fantastic.
And I think that's a long-term thing that they just set up. Because if Rei beats him at Shogi, it doesn't mean anything.
Right, like he could just like, beat him up outside the club for all we know.
I don't even care about that. I think that the main thing that you have for a character like this is that right now they feel like they're in a position of power.
Right.
They feel like they have basically everything working out for them.
And that's interesting.
And that's something that Kyoko is very good at removing from people.
And that's right, which is why they will actually make a good combo, because Kyoko understands that whole dynamic, whereas Rei doesn't. So Rei will handle things on the Shogi board, and then what I'm thinking is Kyoko will basically... she'll do everything that she does, right? And she'll still, like, tell his wife or something like that, or something.
And also, this is something that I think the show is being vastly unsubtle about. Anytime you want to make a nasty character that's unlikable, likable, just introduce an even more nasty, unlikable character. Yeah. And the audience can't, like, we're kind of like sheep in this way. We just go, I don't like that thing even more. It's basically the, you have Joffrey. Yeah. And then you get Ramsay Bolton, they're both pricks. You don't like either of them, but one of them gets killed so you can bring in the next one, basically.
Right. Biologically, the human body is only capable of really being aware of the most intense pain that it's experiencing. So if there's something else that's worse, it'll kind of block it out. In this case, the pain of every time we see Kyoko
I even
overshadowed.
Or even thinking you hear her voice.
Right, exactly.
I mistook like Akari's voice for Kyoko's. I was like, oh, her.
Yeah.
And then
it's like, no.
Then like, no, that's
yeah. That's wholesome family, cotton candy, and bubblegum. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't equivocate them with Kyoko.
No. But yeah, and that's the thing, because Rei, we're just like, come on, like, healing, it's there, like just be in the kotatsu, and and it'll all be great. And then with Kyoko, it's like, I'm very interested to see what they do with her character, especially along the lines of any kind of redemption arc or whatever, because she reminds me a lot of Ava in Monster, in that while there will be the opportunity, the question is, will she take it? With Rei, it's more of a thing of like, I'm hoping, I'm praying, I know he'll take it eventually, but it's, the time about it, right? Whereas with her, she's a hurricane, so. Yeah.
Destructive and
impulsive and
crazy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot of things they can do.
Yes.
We got some shogi matches coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they're very much setting up for the friend to lose against
probably
Lad Russo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get used to calling him that. That's gonna be so much fun.
That would be great if we got like a season finale that was basically like his takedown was a part of it. That would be great, because I don't want him going beyond this season. No.
I will say that no one dies in this show, like in terms, like no one's getting killed or anything.
Yeah, no one's getting killed.
Murdered, mm-hmm. Yes.
Right.
But I could see him being a much smaller deal later.
Oh, yeah.
But I think, yes, that they're setting up some huge comeuppance via Kyoko and Rei team.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Crazy episode.
Yep.
Good OP and ED.
Mm-hmm. And that scene with Momo. That scene with Momo
is so sweet and wholesome.
Yep.
Yo, this show is just stressful. So if you want to see the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. Any level of support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us about stories or just whatever. And Jacob's going to promote something here real quick.
Indeed. So, my sci-fi novel Battle Lines is still available for pre-order. Link to the Kickstarter in a pinned comment down below. Get your copy, because it's an absolutely amazing story with fantastic characters, and I can't wait to go on that journey with you.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.